Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this episode, we are talking about the arrival of the Back to the Future trilogy on the 4K Ultra HD format. That's right, the gang's back for a 35th anniversary limited edition box set. Now, I have opted for the Best-Buy-exclusive Steelbook packaging. Why I chose that, I'm going to tell you guys in just a second. In this video, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about this entire package. I'll show you all the discs, the art. We're going to talk about the transfers of the films themselves. How do they look on 4K? Because that's the most important thing. And we're also going to talk about the brand new special features. I chose this packaging because I wanted these discs to be as secure as possible. I want these discs safe forever, and the Steelbook seemed like the best way to do that. The standard packaging for this box set, I'm not a fan of. It's the cardboard book. The discs themselves go into the cardboard pages. That's a recipe for scratches, especially over a period of months, years. As you visit and revisit these films, you're taking them out, you're putting them in. Any dust, any dirt that gets on those discs, you're looking at scratches. These have their own hubs and spindles, and everything gets its own tray, and it's secure in steel. So I thought that was the best way to go. And for these movies, listen, I've bought these movies on VHS, DVD, twice on Blu-ray, now 4K Ultra HD. And Steelbook just really seemed like the way to go. The box art itself, I'm not crazy about this photoshopped cover. Marty especially looks very photoshopped there. But I do think the Steelbooks themselves look really good. And the three of these, you'll see the three of these combine to make a mural of the DeLorean in all three different times. Here's the front of the Steelbook, here's the back of the Steelbook. It's got this matte finish that I think really works. I'm not going to take these discs out to show you what's underneath because I don't want to drop them. But we've got our 4K disc, we've got our Blu-ray disc, and the Blu-ray is a new disc. It's been pressed in 2020. They've made new Blu-rays for this. Here's Back to the Future Part 2. There's the front, so you can see we're in the future now. And here is the back. We have our 4K, our Blu-ray. And last, as I take this out, you'll also see these Steelbooks are held in place with these tabs, which keeps them from rubbing against each other and scratching each other. I think that's a really cool idea. Again, just a level of quality that the standard packaging didn't have for me, and I want these to last me forever. So here's the front of the Steelbook. Here's the back of the Steelbook. I like how we're now in the Old West. We got Clint Eastwood, Marty McFly. We have our 4K disc, we have our Blu-ray disc, and we have our bonus disc. This bonus disc exclusive to this box set, and it does have all new special features on it. So let me secure these back in this slipcase, and we'll talk about how the movies themselves look, because that is, again, I say that's the most important thing. I'm not buying these for the packaging. I'm buying these because I love these movies. I think these are some of the greatest. Man, I think they're some of the greatest movies ever made, especially the first one. The first one is about as close as I think you can get to perfection for 80s cinema. I love these movies. And the transfers, 4K movies get new transfers. They get new scans of the best elements. So you're looking at scans of the original film negative. A 4K, I say this in my 4K reviews, for something like this, for a shot on film movie, a 4K disc should be the closest you can get to seeing that movie projected on film in a theater that you can get at home. And I'm so happy to say these movies fit the bill. It really is so much more cinematic. The depth of color with that HDR, the new scans, the grain, everything looks really, really good. And I just love the way they look. I feel like the Blu-rays looked really good to begin with, but I feel like this is just that added level. It's like seeing film. For those of you that are set up for 4K, who are looking into this set, I think you're going to be fairly happy. There's been some conversation about the color timing, because new 4K discs, in that restoration process, they get new color grading to really capitalize on HDR and the different levels, like the depth that you can add. Because listen, the color palette of a standard Blu-ray versus a 4K Blu-ray, I mean, it's like a whole new box of crayons. And the new color timing, I think it looks really good. That the Old West motif of Part 3, I feel like the warm color grading, it just really, I think it's well done, and they haven't stripped all the grain, all the detail away from these. You can see the fine grain. Everything looks exactly like I think we want it to look. So I'm fairly happy with these. The special features, I'll show you the, oh no, one of these just fell, one of these just fell out of the box. I'll show you the back of this box so you can see well, that's the problem. So you can see the special features here. This is just the hype. I've also got the press release pulled up on my my iPad here, so we're kind of going to go through some of the new stuff here. We have an hour of new bonus features, and they include an alternate future, lost audition tapes. You get a glimpse of the Back to the Future that could have been with rare audition footage featuring now famous celebrities. Auditions from Ben Stiller, Kira Sedgwick, John Cryer, Billy Zane, the Phantom, Peter DeLuise, and C. Thomas Howell. Super cool. The Hollywood Museum goes Back to the Future. That's new. Join co-writer producer Bob Gale on an intimate tour of the exhaustive exhibit of the film's props and memorabilia. Back to the Future, the musical behind the scenes. That's also new. Get a sneak peek at the new musical show, including a Q&A with the cast and crew. I didn't know there was a musical of Back to the Future. That sounds kind of awesome. Like, what are the songs for this? Now I'm going to have to go look that up. And it has 2 songs for the musical in this feature. Another new one, Could You Survive the Movies? Explore the magic and science of Back to the Future and find out which laws of physics were actually violated in this special episode of the popular YouTube series. Archival features, we got a 2015 message from Doc Brown, Out of Time, Restoring the DeLorean, Looking Back at Back to the Future. That's the documentary that popped up a while back. It's got Spielberg talking about stuff. A multi-part feature, like it's a really in-depth documentary. We've got 2 episodes of the animated series, which for me, it's nice to have as kind of a taste, but buy the animated series on its own. That was a cool show. I used to love that animated series. The Bill and Ted animated series as well. There's so many cool animated series. Teen Wolf. That's good stuff, man. Oh, that's a that's a Marty McFly. A Michael J. Fox connection for you too. The Blu-ray. Oh, I'm sorry. These special features on both the 4K and on the Blu-ray. You got deleted scenes. You've got Tales from the Future, archival featurettes, Michael J. Fox Q&A, behind the scenes, the Huey Lewis and the News Power of Love music video, the teaser trailer. Q&A commentary with director Robert Zemeckis and producer Bob Gale. A commentary by Bob Gale and Neil Canton. That's just part 1. Like part 2, we'll do this really quickly. Deleted scenes, Tales from the Future, the physics of Back to the Future, archival featurettes, behind the scenes, trailers, 2 commentaries, part 3, deleted scenes, Tales from the Future, archival featurettes, behind the scenes, the ZZ Top double back music video, the FAQs about the trilogy Back to the Future, The Ride, Q&A commentary with Zemeckis and Gale, and another commentary with Bob Gale and Neil Canton. Guys, these discs are stacked. I don't know, just off looking at these, I'm not super familiar. Like I said, I've bought both of the previous Blu-ray sets. I don't know if anything's been lost here. It looks like they've carried over pretty much everything that was on the old Blu-rays, and they've added more. We get another hour of bonus features. I think for me, the auditions are going to be really cool. A quick word, I know a lot of you guys are going to ask about this. You're going to be like, well, what about all that Eric Stoltz footage that exists? That's in the vault. As far as I know, that will always be in the vault, and I think it should be in the vault. That never, we don't get access to the deleted scenes of every movie. Like, Star Wars has hundreds of hours of footage that we've never seen, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to see how the sausage is made, and I know I want to associate Michael J. Fox with Marty McFly forever. We have seen some little tidbits and stuff, but I don't think that's ever coming out. I don't think it's ever coming out. I know that's a sticking point for a lot of people, but I think that's like someone's high school prom photo that gets taken out. Like, I don't know that it's in the best interest of this trilogy, nor in the best interest of Eric Stoltz. That's just my opinion, if you want to know what I think about it. So this is, you guys, really, this is great. I'm so excited. This is one of the 2020 continues. It's been a rough year outside, but for physical media, for movies, for pop culture, what a wonderful bounty that 2020 has brought, perhaps because of how bad things are in the world right now, health-wise, and just it's bad outside, but we get stuff like this. This is one of the releases of the year, man. This is a beautiful trilogy. I'm so glad I got the Steelbook version of this, because this is not going anywhere. This is going to serve me for the rest of my days. Will I ever buy the Back to the Future trilogy again? I dare say probably not. I think this is probably it for physical media. This is the last time we're going to get these in a disc format. And I'm happy with this being it. This, like, what else could they give us? What else? Oh, you're going to say it's the Eric Stoltz footage. Outside of the Eric Stoltz footage, what else is left to give us for these Back to the Future movies? So guys, that's going to do it for the Back to the Future 4K trilogy. I'm going to put purchase links to this in the description of this video, both the standard version, which is a little cheaper than this version, and the Steelbook version, so you can pick whichever version you like. And by clicking those links, you will be supporting Serial at Midnight and adding some movie history to your shelves. I highly recommend this. I think it's a fantastic box set. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out talking about one of the greatest motion picture trilogies of all time, in my opinion. So take care, and until next time, I am out of time.